the whole surrounding thing. So we are doing our best level in ensuring that we communicate, we pass information to relevant authorities, the county government, the national government, so that we team up in trying to get solution in ensuring that we empower our young people. What we are looking at, for example, what we are looking like Baringo as we speak, in the previous time, that is going to have opportunities to our person with living disability, and for that reason, we are going to see our country is going to progress well. Thank you very much.
Mission. It is a human rights office. It takes care of the right to fair administrative action and rights to access information. The independent mediator between the citizens and the public institutions. So you find that the members of the public might not be satisfied with the services offered by the public institutions, or generally you find that there might be service failures within the public institutions. And that is when now a conflict arises. When such a conflict arises, what do we do as youth? Because we fall part of the members of the public or the citizens, also as also the refugees. The refugees are also part of it. We are all part of these persons to enjoy right to fair administrative action. So the Commission on Administrative Justice will receive complaints. Instead of the members of the public being agitated and supposed to complain, justices and responsive official conduct, that there might be complaints regarding employments, complaints regarding discrimination or inequality, fair administrative action has been infringed, then there is an office which has been set to ensure that we all enjoy these rights. Remember, Article 47 of the Constitution provides that every Kenyan citizen has a right to fair administrative action that is efficient, expeditious, lawful, reasonable, and procedurally fair. So that then, as a youth, if you feel that there is no adherence to these requirements of Article 47 of the Constitution, don't lament, you don't cry, but rather there is an entity which has been set for you to lodge such complaints. And the Commission, in its work, it also gives advisory opinions to the government of Kenya in regard to public administration. So the advisory opinion that was even given by the Commission on Administrative was in regard to county governments on matters employment, so that it recommended that there should be no intimidations, there should be no discrimination, so that then we as youth, we just need to know that there is a place where we can lodge such complaints. And even in the public institutions, they also have their own complaints handling mechanisms. If you feel dissatisfied as a youth, if you feel discriminated, there are already structures which have been set out by the institutions for you to lodge such complaints. So the bottom line of it is, if dissatisfied, complain. There are avenues for lodging complaints.
Thank you. From the Office of the Registrar, our main mandate is to register political parties and regulate political parties, as well as administer the political parties fund. Inclusion is a key compliance area for political parties. And in this case, youth, women, the marginalized are supposed to be represented, starting from the formation, founding members, which compliance to ensure that youth are represented, women are represented, and we also have the marginalized represented within the founding members. We also have the party leadership organs. We ensure that there's a representation of youth, women, and the marginalized communities. On issues of membership, ensure that all parties comply to inclusivity. And one role of political parties is that political parties influence public policy. The trend in Kenya is that whenever you are having a national debate, people vote on party lines. Is that the case? So this calls for participation, deliberate participation. As youth, are we open to participating in political party affairs? Are we open to participating in political party leadership? If we are not open to participating in political issues, then how will our own issues be articulated? The trend is that our issues can be well articulated and well agitated for through political parties, because the parties have members within parliament. These members of parliament will vote for bills that are in line with their political parties' stand. So if we are not able to be represented within political parties, will our issues be represented? So this is a call to youth that let us be open to participation. For us to get to that table where we'll be heard, where we'll be able to make decisions, there is a channel. And many channels are there within the law. One channel is through political parties. We need to take political party leadership. Who say that youth cannot be leaders of political parties? We can lead political parties, and we can be able to influence the stance of those political parties regarding our issues. But if we are not open to participating, then our issues cannot be heard. So my clarion call is that through political parties, we can be able to preach peace, we can be able to preach equality, and we can be able to reduce discrimination. My bottom line is, let us be open to participating. Let us understand the law. Those that belong to political parties, let us understand the party constitutions. Let us understand the nomination and election rules, because you are getting into election year.
Mekuwa nao kwa ground. Shida kubwa ile wako nayo, they are not registered for any group. So, mkitaka kusaidiwa, hata mkitaka kupeleka issue yenu, hawana pahali watapitia. So kitu ya muhimu sana, na hile tunajaribu sisi kama UG Women, tuna encourage youth to register for the groups. So wanaweza apply for anything. Kwa sababu kama hawako kwa group, hawawezi kuachieve anything. So mtu atasema watu wanapewa cheo hii, watu wanapewa hii kwa county, sisi hatupewi, lakini kabisa they are not registered. Kama hata pesa sasa za government, kama mnataka kuassess, utaassess namna gani? Nyinyi hamuna groups, wengine wengi sana hawana kwa group yoyote. So tuna encourage muweze kujiregister kwa group zenu, ili muweze kuassess hata government pahali wana mkono wenu inaweza fika, hata kwa ma NGOs. Hata NGOs ndio iwaki na wewe, lazima uwe registered pahali, uwe umeregister as a group, ufanye kazi tukiwa pamoja. So hiyo ndio kazi kubwa sana sana saa hii tunajaribu sana mashinani ku make sure kila mtu ako. Ya pili, tumeanza kutembea baka mashule, tunaenda baka secondary na primary, kufundisha watu mambo ya peace, ili mtoto awe akigrow akijua mambo muhimu ya peace, sio tu ni siku ya uchaguzi. So hiyo tu ndio ningesema, tujaribu kabisa tusaidiane bila kuona huyu ni nani. Tushikane, tuform groups mzuri, hata kama tuko na kama sasa tuna form vizuri sana, tunawaki na refugees wetu hapa wa Sudanese, tunafanya nao vizuri sana. Tunashikana mkono, tunafanya jambo. Ukienda utashangaa, mimi nilikuwa huko kabla tukuje hapa kufanya hii. Tulienda gani? kusikia issue ni nini. Kweli kabisa nikauliza tuko na grupu gapi? Nilipata moja tu upande yetu ya Kimuli, wale wameregister as a youth. Kwa hivyo tuna
Thank you so much, Njoki. Maybe before I go to what we do as NCCK, allow me to really thank these guys who have convened this meeting, because peace is really, we can lack water, we can lack food, but we cannot afford to lack peace, because that's like the fabric of Kenya, of everyone. From children to the people below 35, they're about 75%. Then from 18 to 35 is about 35%. That's a very big number. If, for example, a bomb drops to Eldoret now, the likelihood of hitting a youth is like almost certain. So you guys are the people who really can help shape Kenya. Your views, your ways can assist us make it peaceful. So it's really my humble request to you people that, I don't know, you use any method possible. You now have like social media, avenues for you to help Kenya work well. Because the other guys are 25%. These are very few people. Although they are a bit influential, they may not really match the might and the energy of you guys. So it's really you to say that and use it to shape Kenya well. But then now coming to church, even as you strive to do that, I think it's also good for you to really align yourselves with God. Because we live shortly here, but then there is a lot of life ahead. So it's good for you to be the safe side of God, even as you strive. Because that will help us also move the masses to peace. Then as NCCK, we have like 4 thematic areas. Number 1 is dignified livelihood and capacity building. That's purely for young people, where we give capacity to young people. We give young people opportunity to showcase their talent and also pitch their ideas. And eventually NCCK tries to link them to possible support partners. We are piloting that in Kitui and Nairobi, and eventually we'll roll out to entire Kenya, maybe come next year. Then we also have our work on peace and cohesion. We also have some work on climate change and natural resources. And lastly, our last thematic area is on education and health. So if you look at thematic area number 1, number 2, they're all thematic areas. We actually, the center point is young people. Even if you look at peace and life, we are encouraging the young people to form, like in Turkana, to form groups so that we give them capacities to work well with people, capacities to produce, to contribute to Kenya's economy through livelihoods development. So I think essentially, also the last one is on not only thematic area, but what we do towards space is on pulpit messaging, because that's like the platform NCCK has a lot, where we have church leaders. Usually we tell them to preach peace, especially to young people, every Sunday. So essentially, thank you so much. I think the conference for this meeting, we really appreciate you, because this is the real thing to do, especially towards where Kenya is always weak. The weak link of Kenya is usually towards election time. That's where we usually see lapses in livelihood, lapses in security. Everything really goes bad towards elections in Kenya, all the way to 1992. So thank you so much for giving us this time so that we contribute to peaceful Kenya. Thank you.
Okay, and in response to the question that was posed, what are we as organizations doing or down there on the ground? I think at Rural Women Peace Link, like the name itself, rural, is we really try to go into the rural communities, because that's where the largest population is. And we have forums. Sometimes we call them youth bunges or women bunges. These are specific forums. They are targeting the voices of the young people. And the young people include both men and women, males and females. So by giving the voice, they can be able to discuss issues and hold their peace, or make petitions, or make their presentations to the authorities, to the government, to other sectors on exactly how they can participate to change their lives. Because we don't believe in boxing young people one thing, like you must be in a group for you to benefit. I think that also cuts off innovation, and we are for innovation and for fresh ideas on the ground. We work to make sure that the youth are empowered, they go to school, we support them to go to school, we support them to finish even their tertiary education, so that they have the capacities to be able to bring change into their own communities. When we talk about employment, sometimes we just think employment is when you have a signed contract. But we have to broaden the aspect of our young people understanding what is employment. What is available for you to excel in? Is it only white-collar jobs, or are we also thinking of blue-collar jobs? The land that you have, how can it be harnessed? The water sources that are there. So we also involve issues of climate change on the ground to make sure that we are also addressing issues that risk people becoming poorer, people becoming more unemployed. So when we work in the communities, it is about mobilizing the communities, building their capacities to recognize what resources do we have at hand and how can they be used to change our lives. So by so doing, we underpin that peace building is most important. So that is one of our key pillars. Educational empowerment is another one of our pillars. Governance. When governance is not working, when there is lawlessness, when there is no enforcement of the rule of the law, then the people can go ahead and do anything, and that is how corruption comes in, and we find that a lot of young people cannot be able to enjoy the resources of their country. And we have so many of them thinking of going outside. And it looks like the world outside there is now anti-immigrant. Everybody is being told, go home and fix your own country. So who is going to fix Kenya? Who is going to fix